Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Once more, Gibson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give running right, Gibson. We'll get this to about the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Over the middle, complete. That's Murphy. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now 1 for 1. A lot more to go. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Washington. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. So already trailing, Charles, they opted to try to take a shot on their first play from scrimmage. Obviously, that one didn't pan out.
Absolutely not. And how about the momentum that's being created now? You score, you take it away, big return. You've got a chance to go up 2 touchdowns here early in the game. That'll feel great for their team.
On first and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. 2nd down. Howell back to pass. Looking for Murphy, and he finds him complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll run with Gibson. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Howell, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel from 4 yards out. And the Commanders are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. It's caught inside the 25. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense is expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter. With this mix of the score, Commanders 14.
And the first play will be a field goal try from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now is not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game. Take the points when they're there. And put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams trying to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Howell throwing on third down here. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 36, Howell. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Hassan Reddick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Yeah, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year. That's tremendous field position that they were given forward. They've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Left wing 19. Head the street. Head the street.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Bird sets up to throw it. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. Touchdown! Dallas Goedert. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. On second down, here's Gibson again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured up to the 9-yard run on the previous play. Getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Third and 2, here's Howell. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's got room. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 36 yards.
With that down and distance, no real surprise they decided to throw the ball. But I think where the surprise kicked in, the result. Short pass downfield. That ball got taken for a nice journey to turn into a big play.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Straight ahead, Gibson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Howell's throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Eagles' 4-yard line.
From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Second down, Howell now. Back to Gibson and another catch for him. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing. They were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Murphy. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Howell on the QB sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Howell from the gun. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. With his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
Eagles 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Going deep here for Watkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
No check. No check. Ready.
On 2nd and 10. Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Let's go. Hey.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb, and the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the 2nd half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
And some room to work. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Commanders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Commanders 28, Eagles 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
No, Reed, go!
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing is Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic?
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Now this throw caught left side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards that time to push him up first and goal.
Big Lion.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal.
Hey, check that, street. Cowboy 80.
Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's a fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays. 2nd and 10,
third quarter of the season opener. Out of the gun, it's Howell. And his throw here's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Howell. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 156 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On second and very short, Powell. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Powell trying to pick it up on 3rd. He finds his man, complete. It's Murphy. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Commanders get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Now Joey Slye for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score. Commanders 42, Eagles 10.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to get this down near the 25. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
On first down, Hurts. And this one is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Here's Hurts to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Sanders looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. He tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kendall Fuller. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick six. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Looking for Campbell downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. From the gun, it's Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down.
And the Commanders first down.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And Howe will throw it. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Amani Hooker. There he goes right side. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
They'll go play action. Howell out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, still brings it in off the tip here on the deep shot. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, my I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and check the pepper, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame can do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a Renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings?